Assalamu alaikum, dears, how are you? We are seen interacting with the people every now and then. Some of the people we interact with them once for a while. Another some of the people we have to speak and interact with them so frequently, so often. Now, all of these people, they could be sensible, sincere, well behaved people, as well as the manipulators and the gaslighters. If at all the other person is a sincere one, an ethical behavior is seen from those type of people, it is really a good luck, and it becomes easier for us to go along with them. But if at all they are the manipulators, they are the exploiters, they are the gaslighters, then of course it is a quite a bad situation. And for situation like this one, we need to think, we need to prepare how to deal with them. Sometimes we are able to manage them on our own, identify them on our own, and manage them on our own as well. While at certain other occasions, it becomes really difficult not only to manage them but even to identify them. Even if at all we have succeeded in identifying them, but still we are unable to control or to manage them. So that is the kind of situation where we feel quite disempowered. And today we have made it a topic of our discussion that how to identify the manipulator and how to deal, how to manage these manipulators and gaslighters. So let's begin. Let's begin from how to identify them, because that is the first thing to be done. And once we succeeded in identifying them, there are 7 ways, there are 7 signs of the manipulator and the gaslighter. And if at all we come across one or even the two of these signs, so it actually means that this person is indeed a manipulator, a gaslighter, and I have learned to manage this person. First of all, they use guilt, anger, or self pity to control. They use guilt. They try to create guilt in you first of all, and then either they will become very angry. They will show that they are very angry, or that they will create a feeling of self pity in you. So that is the number one sign that this person is a manipulator, that this person is a gaslighter. The second sign of these people is that make contradictory statements or deny previous agreement. They will deny any agreement which has already been done, or they will be issuing, making the contradictory statements, or deny previous agreements. Number 3, the third sign, that is minimize or trivialize your feeling. Minimizing or trivializing your feeling. Do not give proper importance to your feeling at all. Rather they try to minimize or to trivialize them. Number 4, the fourth sign of these people is displaying inconsistent or unpredictable behavior. They display inconsistent or unpredictable behavior. Now the fifth sign of these people is, the sixth sign of these people is use emotional blackmail. What is the emotional blackmail? They will say, if you really loved me, you would have done this thing to me. If you really loved me, you would have done this thing to me as well. So that is nothing but the manipulation, nothing but the gaslighting. Now the seventh and the last sign of these manipulators and the gaslighters is make you feel responsible for their emotions, because they will say, they will show that suppose they show that I'm very unhappy, I'm very sad, I'm very afraid, but at the same time they will say that you are responsible because of this feeling of mine. So these are the 7 signs of the manipulators, and these are the seven signs of the gaslighters. Now there are certain things which are even more severe, and we can call them red flags. There are certain red flags as well. These are five red flags where we must become very alert. Number one, inconsistent words and action, mean their words and their action does not match at all. Inconsistent words and actions. Number two, lack of empathy or accountability. Lacking empathy on the one hand, lacking accountability on the other hand. Lacking empathy mean that they will not try to feel that you are in pain, that you are in trouble, that you are feeling upset, that you are angry. They will lack of empathy or accountability. Number three, red flag. Third red flag is deflecting or diverting the conversation. Every time you try to say something important, they will not take it seriously at all. Rather, they will try to divert or deflect the conversation. The fourth red flag is using information to control or exploit you. Using false information, using the false information to control you or to exploit you. The fifth red flag is that they will disregard your boundaries. There must be the boundaries between every relationship, between every interaction, between every type of dealing. There must be a boundary. But here, they people are seen disregarding the boundaries. That is also a red flag. So these are the five red flags where we must become very alert indeed. Now the next step is that we have identified them. There were seven signs how to identify them, and there to identify the manipulator or the gaslighter. Then there were five signs of five red flags where we should become very alert indeed. Now we need to know what are the techniques to manage them. There are seven techniques to manage them. Seven techniques which will be of great help to us. All of these are very simple and easy to interact upon. First of all, that is set clear boundaries and assert yourself. Setting of the clear boundaries, the rules and the regulations, the terms and the conditions, setting clear boundaries on the one hand, but not only that, setting the clear boundaries, rather we need to assert ourselves as well. We need to assert ourselves as well. Number two, the second way to manage the manipulators and the gaslighters is that document interaction and agreement. Whatever kind of agreement has taken place between the two of you, you must document it. The third way to manage these manipulators and the gaslighters is avoid emotional engagement. Avoiding emotional engagement. Do not get entangled with them emotionally, because they are the bad people. They are the manipulators. They are the gaslighters. So that is avoid emotional engagement. If at all you were emotionally engaged, then get yourself clear of all that. Now the fourth way to manage these manipulators, that is seek support from trusted individuals. Seeking support from whom? From the trusted people, from the trusted individuals. Now the fifth way to manage these gaslighters is that practice self-care and prioritize your well-being. Practicing self-care and then prioritizing your own well-being. Make it take it as a priority. Self-care is a priority. Your own well-being is a priority. Now the sixth way to manage them, it is the use grey rock technique. What is the grey rock technique, by the way? That is remain now neutral, and that is remain unemotional. Remain neutral and remain unemotional. Now the seventh and the last way to manage them, it is limit interaction or distance yourself. Minimize your interactions with those people and make it as less as it is possible. Create a kind of distance, a distance which could become a buffer zone. Now the next step is protective strategies. We talked about how to identify them, there are 7 ways. We talked about the red flags, and these are 5 in number. We talked about how to manage them. These are 7 ways. Now we are going to talk about protective strategies. Certain protective strategies. These are 5 in number. First of all, the first protective strategy is verify information through multiple sources. Whatever information they present, verify it from multiple sources. The second protective strategy is that don't intimidate, do not internalize their criticism. They will criticize, but don't take it personally at all. Do not internalize it at all. Otherwise, it will play havoc. So the third is maintain a healthy distance. Maintain a good amount of distance, not to get closer to those people at all. If you are close already, then start distancing yourself from that particular person. The fourth protective strategy is watch for projection. Watch for projection, attributing their behavior to you. Watch for their projection. They will attribute their own behavior to you, and you have to be watchful. The fifth protective strategy is use I statements and express feeling. Express your feeling by using I statement. Do not say you did this, you did this, you did this. Rather, use I statement. I feel like that in a situation like this one. I feel like this whenever this thing happens. So that is called I statement. So these are the 5 protective strategies. And now, when to seek help? That is the last step. When to seek help from outside? So there are 5 situations and where it becomes compulsory to seek the support from outside. Number one, feeling consistently confused or uncertain. Feeling consistently confused or uncertain, that is the point where we need to seek the help from outside. Number two, experiencing emotional distress or anxiety. Feeling emotional distress or anxiety, we must seek the support from outside, the help from outside. Number three, difficulty making decisions. Always seek from help from outside whenever you feel difficulty in making decisions. Number four, feeling trapped or controlled. If you feel like you have been trapped, like you have been controlled, we must seek the help from outside. Number five, physical or emotional harm. Physical or emotional harm. Every time you feel like you are physically and emotionally harmed, you have got a harm, you have been injured physically or emotionally, you must seek the help from outside. So that is the right way to identify these people, the manipulators, the gaslighters. Then of course there are certain red flags, and these are 5 red flags. Then there are the ways to manage, 7 ways to manage the manipulators, the gaslighters. Then there are certain protective strategies, and lastly, then when to seek the help from outside. Our today's topic was highly important because everybody sometime do come across or have to deal, have to interact with the people who are manipulators, who are the gaslighters. They are not the sincere people at all, they are not the righteous people at all. They want to cheat us, they want to use us, and we have to protect ourselves from all those people. Our today's discussion has provided a comprehensive guide for all that. So that's all from me at the moment. Thank you very much.